Hi everyone. I want to share the guidelines that we use for StarSeed Circle and what we can apply to this wider StarSeed Circle. So, we start with guidelines to sharing. We share our feelings, our struggles, our hopes and dreams. Shares are timed when we're in a Zoom call. People take as much or little of this time as they wish, and people can just listen if they want to. When sharing, please stick to I statements, keeping the focus on yourself. This is your opportunity to share your true self. You are welcome to share your experience of and feelings about the dark forces, but please use discernment and avoid traumatic levels of detail, both for your own safety and that of the group. If you need further support, please contact a health professional or healer you trust. Guidelines to listening. When others are sharing, please listen with an open heart. We all have a different story of the liberation so far, with different intel we rely on and sources we trust. Please leave information wars at the door and focus instead on our unity. Please relate to our similarities whilst being gentle and respectful of our differences. If you're finding another's share difficult, please mute for the duration if you need to. So that would apply to if you're listening to me on here, or if there's any comments in the comment section that are just not for you, just carry on past. We avoid crosstalk. Crosstalk is commenting on another person's share, interrupting, or giving unsolicited advice. The facilitator will remind the group of the crosstalk rules if needed. If you want to talk about another person's share after the meeting in the comment section, please ask their permission first. Shares may contain vulnerable details never shared before. And a side note, of course, use your discernment. This is an open platform. Then we move on to keeping ourselves safe. Every StarSeed Circle is a unique experience, and that includes this wider StarSeed Circle. Please take responsibility for your own feelings in response to readings and shares. Please strive to remain united in our common purpose of hearing each other with love, compassion and respect. Protect each other by keeping all details shared in Circle confidential. Again, does not apply to open platform, but this is really good to hear for when we do get to put on more Zoom calls and people are invited into that confidential space. We borrow a slogan, what you hear here, let it stay here. By joining StarSeed Circle, you are agreeing to these guidelines. And a disclaimer, StarSeed Circle does not offer therapy, coaching or guidance, and that applies to this wider StarSeed Circle. This is a peer support group and this podcast is purely for peer support. Thank you everyone for listening. Boundaries create the safety, they create community. We need our boundaries, we need to know the framework in which we can relate to give us the best possible chance of breaking through everything that the dark side has thrown at us. They've done everything they can to make relationship, relating and community very difficult. They knew if they could stop us coming together, they could stay in control. We're all in this process of relearning what it is to be able to stay in community with each other. We've all got our traumas, we've all got our triggers. So these guidelines, we are also always updating these guidelines. We're always trying to do better. So there's a lot of grace involved, and it really does rely on everyone showing up and participating and honouring the boundaries. Thank you everyone for listening and look forward to seeing you in another wider circle soon.